Hi guys, welcome to pregnancy week 9. Today is Friday, July 26th, and I actually turned over 10 weeks today, so I'm in the double digits, but this is going to be a recap of week 9 and how the baby was developing and the kind of symptoms that I had. So to start things off, the baby is nearly an inch long and a fraction of an ounce, and it's about the size of a grape. So a little bit bigger than last week. Last week the baby was the size of a blueberry. It's starting to look more and more like a human, which is super exciting. The essential body parts are all accounted for now, and the heart is finishing during week 8 of dividing into the 4 chambers. So that's really cool. And also, speaking of the heart, the valves are starting to form also, and little tiny teeth. The tail is 100% gone, so no more embryonic tail. The external sex organs, and this is the exciting part, are there but won't be noticeable as male or female for another few weeks. The tiny little earlobes, the mouth, the nose, and the nostrils are more defined now and distinct, and the placenta has also developed enough to take over producing hormones to keep that little baby growing and developing as it should. So with that being said, irritability is not nearly as bad as it was, but as far as being emotional, yes, I'm very, very emotional. I have just felt so pregnant this week, even though I'm not that far along, but I just feel super pregnant. Like, my body is just drained. Like, everything, emotionally, physically, I just feel absolutely drained. I feel like I've got just like this huge weight bearing down on me, like I just can't move. I've just been super draggy and just exhausted this week. Something new this week that I noticed that was a little bit of a scare was I was sitting on the floor picking up Caleb's toys, and I noticed I felt a leak come out, and I quickly went to the bathroom and I wiped and noticed that on the toilet paper the color of my discharge, which most of you know in pregnancy, girls have discharged a lot heavier than usual due to it. I don't know how to really explain this. It like helps close up the cervix and kind of creates that mucus plug where nothing can get to the baby and baby can't come out. So due to like an increased amount of discharge during pregnancy, that is what's going on, but it should be clear. Mine has had a little tinge to it this week. I've noticed it 2 to 3 times, and it's had like a brownish color to it, not like a dark brown or anything, just enough color where on white toilet paper you can tell it's not clear. Freaked me out a little bit, but I did some research on Google and found that it's nothing to worry about unless you're absolutely just bleeding blood red and having cramps along with it, which I didn't have any of that. And it didn't continue either. It was just that one time, and then of course a couple days later I noticed it again. But doing my research on Google, I found that it's more than likely old blood from stretching of the uterus. So I'm not concerned that, you know, it's like signs of a miscarriage or anything, because, I mean, I've had a miscarriage before, and I definitely didn't even get the brown color at first. It was just red blood. So sorry if that's a little TMI. Speaking of the uterus, I have noticed round ligament pain this week. Actually, it kicked in on Wednesday. We were traveling out of town to visit family, and towards the end of the day, I noticed whenever I was trying to walk and lift up my left leg, every time my leg would lift up to walk, I would feel like this uncomfortable dull ache in my left lower abdomen, and right there in the front, and it would kind of ache all the way down into my leg and actually a little bit into my lower back area too. But I noticed sitting or laying helped reside the pain, so that, you know, was good. Also, I could have took acetaminophen like Tylenol to, you know, relax it, but I didn't. I'm not a medicine taker. I don't like to take medicine if I don't have to. So I just kind of like lived it out for that day. But I don't know if you guys remember, but a couple weeks back, if you go back to my videos, I think it was like week 5, I mentioned I had some like dull achiness in the same area, and it kind of felt like it was around my like old incision area from my previous C-section, just a little over 2 years ago, so it hasn't been that long. But I think what is going on is everything down there is still really super sensitive, and you know, I noticed that whenever I took my like 3 fingers and I would press down where I felt the pain, it would start to hurt. And so the only thing that I can think of is round ligament pain. I looked it up. I mean, the sounds of what it is, it was like it hit home. So I'm pretty sure that's what that was. It comes and goes, but it's not like persistent, like where it sticks with me all day or anything. Just sitting down and resting and not moving real quickly actually helps. So yeah, it's just been one of those annoying pregnancy side effects. But yeah, I can definitely live it out. I have been peeing a lot this week, especially at night. I don't notice it so much during the day, but at night I've noticed it a lot. And I need to start drinking more water because I've noticed I'm not drinking as much water as I was. And I think that may be why I'm getting a lot more headaches this week too, because I'm not drinking enough water. And that may be also a reason why I'm noticing that pain, because round ligament pain is caused from the uterus stretching, and you know, it's like these little tendon type things, like a rubber band that you've got holding your uterus to, you know, the inside of your stomach, and as that stretches, those ligaments stretch like a rubber band, and then, you know, they can only stretch so far. So yeah. But yeah, peeing a lot at night, I have noticed. I'm waking up 3 to 4 times a night having to go pee. At least it's not during the day so bad. Headaches, like I mentioned, off and on, I've been noticing those this week, but like I said, I think it's because I've got a lack of water. I'm not drinking as much water, I'm not staying as hydrated, so I definitely need to start drinking a lot more water. To me, it's felt more like exhaustion headaches too. Like I need to either take a nap to kind of relieve it, but sometimes even when you take a nap, you can still wake up with it. But actually, speaking of naps as well, I took a 2-hour nap on, when was it? Excuse me, I think it was Wednesday last week. Did I write it down? No, Sunday. It was Sunday last week. Took a 2-hour nap, and I think a lot of that may be partially due to when I first fell asleep, it was like 3:30. I didn't wake up until like 5:30. It was actually going on 6 o'clock, and Caleb ended up falling asleep next to me on the couch. And then he must have woke up and got down on the floor, because when I woke up, he was sleeping on the floor. So he must have got up and got down on the floor and fell asleep. But it was raining outside whenever I woke up. So I was like, well, maybe that helped me get some extra sleep. Because normally I'm a really light sleeper and I don't normally take naps. So that felt really nice. Heartburn, I've only had that a couple times this week. It's not been too bad. Not near as bad as it was last week. So that's really good. But like I mentioned before, the only time I notice it is in the evening, like after I've already eaten dinner, right before I'm going to bed. Morning nausea is getting better. It's not as intense, which is good. I can wake up in the mornings and actually eat something, whereas before I would wake up in the morning and I would just sit on the couch and just bear out the nausea the best I could until it kind of went away, until I actually felt like I had an appetite to try to eat something that sounded good. But now it's actually to the point where I can just wake up and eat something and be okay, and the nausea just vanish. So that's really good. So it's not kicking me in the butt this week, so I'm hoping it's starting to kind of go away. My appetite is better. It's a lot better this week. I'm eating more. If my stomach starts to growl, I have to eat something right then and there, because if I don't, then I start to get a little nauseated. And the growling of a stomach just does not help at all with that. Because then you just eventually, once you get nauseated, you get to the point where you don't know what sounds good because you're having to deal with the nausea on top of a stomach growling. So I definitely try to eat before my stomach growls, but I've noticed my stomach will start growling at least 2 hours after I've previously eaten a meal. So I have been having to eat snacks in between meals. So yeah. Cravings, I have been eating, let's see, one night this week, I don't remember which night it was, but my little boy wanted a popsicle, so I gave him one, and he needs help with it. So I helped him push it up, and I tried a bite of it, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta have one. So I went and I got me a popsicle, and then after that one was gone, I got another one. After that one was gone, I got another one. After that one was gone, I got another one. So I ate 4 popsicles in a row, and they were the best thing ever. They were tropical flavor, and I guess I ate so many of those because I've been craving snow cones like crazy. Ever since I found out I was pregnant, I've been wanting a snow cone. I still haven't had one. But yeah, the popsicles were nice. Chicken nuggets and tater tots, but I've only been wanting them if they're baked in the oven or if they're spicy chicken nuggets from Wendy's. Love, 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 love. So yeah, and also popcorn. I love popcorn. Especially if it's really, really buttery. Speaking of cravings, I have been pulling away from the sweets. I've noticed this week I'm not like indulging in the sweets as much as I was back a couple weeks ago. I mean, it was constantly sweets after sweets after sweets, and I just wanted it so bad, but now it's not as bad of a crave, so I guess that's a good thing. Let's see. I have also noticed a pulling in my uterus, like on the outside edges of my incision area. If I'm sleeping in bed at night and I go to stretch or something and I pull my muscle, you know, like whenever you stretch, your muscle kind of tightens up a little bit. Whenever my stomach tightens up, the area right there where my uterus is, where I had my incision from the C-section, it pulls. And it's almost like it gets this hard Charlie horse in it, and it's so uncomfortable. And it only lasts for a few seconds, but that few seconds is uncomfortable. And it hits me at night. So I don't notice it during the day, but like I said, it's just whenever I'm stretching, and I do a lot of stretching in my sleep. Like, I'll go to turn over and I'll stretch when I'm doing it. So yeah, kind of one of those things where it's kind of like out of my hands unless I catch myself doing it. I am starting to show this week. So crazy. I have actually noticed it like in reflections of windows, you know, like on buildings outside, or like a reflection in a car or something when I'm walking or walking past a mirror inside a clothing store. I have noticed I've seen a little bump, and it's so cute, but I'm excited that I'm starting to show. But then again, it's kind of like people probably like think that I'm eating like probably too many donuts or something, because they probably wouldn't think that I'm pregnant walking around with a 2-year-old. But yeah, it's so crazy. What else can I tell you guys? I don't have any baby buys this week, but I am going to be doing a second grade school supplies, clothing shopping haul for you guys. We went and did all his shopping for school, and I'm excited to do that video. I haven't done a shopping haul video in a while, so stay tuned for that video. I'll hopefully get that one uploaded, or recorded and uploaded after this one. Also, I will do a live weigh-in for you guys. I will also do a belly shot for you guys. And my next doctor appointment, like I mentioned in my last video, is July 31st at, oh dear, I can't remember what time it was. I got it on my calendar. I think it's early morning. Yeah, pretty sure it was. But I go for that appointment to have a, pap test, breast exam, and possibly another ultrasound. So that's exciting because I will be right at 12 weeks, I think. So there'll be more baby to see, so I can't wait to do that. Also, I am going to be doing a gender party. So excited. We're not going to find out what we're having at the sonogram whenever we go in to find out what the baby is. We are just going to have the lady put it in an envelope, and then I'm mailing that to my friend, which she's the one that's throwing us the gender party, and she's going to be planning it and everything. And she's actually coming into town on Tuesday to come see me and go over her ideas and stuff. So I'm really excited to hear what she has to say about that. And I can't wait till that time gets here. I'm so excited. I think that is everything. Oh, yeah, like breakouts have been terrible, especially on my forehead. I don't know what's going on. Normally I'm breaking out like right in here, never as much up here, but for some reason this week it is killing me. So I will do a belly shot and then a live weigh-in because I need to hurry up and get to Redbox because I forgot to drop off a DVD. So before 9 o'clock I gotta get that done. Okay, so here is a live belly shot. And remember, this is actually the beginning of 10-week, end of 9-week belly shot, which I got a exact 9-week belly shot posted over on my Facebook fan page. The link will be in the down bar below. Let me see if I can't turn where you guys can see here. So I've definitely got a little baby bump there. The front. Kind of see it on my shirt. Like I said, I feel, hello, yeah, you can definitely see there. I feel like I'm showing a lot for this week. I mean, I'm not really that far along, but I feel like I'm showing a lot. And I am sucking in. Sucking in, and that's not going in, so. Maybe a little bit of bloat too, who knows. But I will go ahead and do my live weigh-in and talk to you guys next week for a recap of week 10. Bye guys. Okay, so last week I weighed 138. 138. Oh no, haven't gained anything yet. Except for that 1 pound. Talk to you guys next week.